Hi there, it's Narelle Fasullo from Simply Stamping with Narelle. In this video, I'm going to make some quick and easy cards using lots of free items you can get during Sale-A-Bration. So enjoy this replay of my Facebook Live. Thank you for watching. So this is just a simple, quick and easy card featuring that beautiful designer series paper. Alright, so really simple card. It is just the DSP from the Sale-A-Bration DSP and then a sentiment, and it's just layered on a punch with some ribbon. So I wanted to show you that cards don't always have to be really time consuming. They can be maybe just patterned paper, one stamp set. I might use 2 stamps today just to be different. And then you get different looks by the different colours that you use. So I've chosen some other DSP from that pack with coordinating cardstock. So I thought we would make some different ones. Alright, so now I've got to get myself sorted because I need to find my scrap paper. I think I found it. Alright, so when you're making bulk cards, I don't know if any of you do this, but when I make a card and I want to use it for an occasion or I want to have some in hand, I tend to make more than one. So I will make 3, 4 or 5 at a time. And I love doing that because you get into a process and it's just one step you do, then the next and the next, and they go really, really quickly. So for this one, I'm just going to stamp all the sentiments, if I can find them. Here we go. And then simply punch them out. And like, there is half the process. 1, 2, all right, I need 4 of them because I have 4 lots of DSP there. And just a tip when you're doing this, because I'm punching it out with a circle, it doesn't matter if it's not straight, okay? Just make sure it's not too close to the edge because you are going to punch it out. I just want to make sure I have enough room around them. So there we go. All our sentiments are done. That's all our stamping done. That's it for today. That's all the stamping we need. Alright, punches are your best friends. Quick and easy. You don't have to get up. Not everyone can have like their big shop close to them. Mine is the other side of my room, and sometimes I'm just really lazy and it's go, I don't want to get up, you know. Just want to sit and craft. I don't want to get up. So I've done a little bit too close. You can see I need to have that a little bit further apart, my sentiment, but we can still make it work. So yeah, if you don't want to get up and go to your big shot, just use a punch. We have lots and lots of punches in our catalogue. Alright, that's it. That is done. So I'll just use the 1 3/4 circle punch there. Then I have on this one, it mounted in corresponding cardstock colour. So the ones we're going to do is the lemon lime twist. So I'm just going to punch that out now. So this is the Starburst punch. And then we have Highland Heather. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Yes, don't forget to share my video. Go in the draw for a prize. Then Grapefruit Grove. I love these colours. And then Balmy Blue. Alright. So then, my next step is going to be sticking on all the DSP to the corresponding cardstock backs. Now I've measured all these out beforehand. Hey Linda, thank you for joining me. Hey Trish, thank you for joining me. You got snow there, Trish? I've seen there's lots of snowstorms and blizzards in the US. I saw this morning in the Leaders Lounge, head office, Brian Pilling and I can't remember the lady's name. Oh my gosh, how bad is that? Corey did a little video this morning, and the car park, they had to shovel the car park at Stampin' Up head office. They had lots of snow, and they looked out the other window and it was just white as far as you could see. Oh, it's gorgeous. I know, Rouse, you shared earlier. Sorry, thank you for sharing, honey. Alright, so that is just Grapefruit Grove, and the dimensions are, I wouldn't have a clue. I thought it was going to be my standard measurements, but I think I have made them smaller. Oh no, I got my ruler. Wait. Alright, so the coloured cardstock is 3 7/8 by 5 6/8, no, 5/8, 5 5/8, and then the DSP is most likely 5.5 by 3 3/4. All right, so there's one done. Next, our Highland Heather. 18 degrees where you are, Linda. Well, that's definitely winter, isn't it? Snow and bitterly cold, Trish. We are really hot. I got up really early this morning, and then my family was still sleeping until I went in and had to make myself presentable for this video. And then I came out and went, oh man, it's really hot. You just don't realise the heat. Like, I think it's the humidity because it's overcast today. Sun's not really, you know, burning because it is quite overcast, but it's just so humid. Oh, I don't know if I'm ever going to get used to this Queensland humidity. Right, Lemon Lime Twist is our next one. So really simple cards, but I want to try and get back to the not really simple, but the more simple cards more often, because a lot of people get daunted by some of the projects. When you use so much product on a card, they go, oh my gosh, like I need to spend $60 to make that card. That's ridiculous. So the idea now I'm going for is like, yes, you can spend that $60, but look at all the things you can create with it. But you don't need to spend that much to make cards. Like, you only need a couple of stamp sets, some patterned paper, and the cardstock. Like I had last week, my product of the week was the cardstock packs. I don't know if you've ever noticed them, but with our designer series paper, we have card packs. Let me show you one. I'm not sure if people realised last week when I had them as my product of the week what they were really like. So let me just grab one. Alright, so I don't know, this could be a retired one. This is a Nature's Poem cardstock pack. So, sorry, that was my stool. I just slid that forward. 40 degrees where you are, Sandy. Oh no, Victoria, you've been hammered with the heat recently. It's actually cooler up here in Brisbane, in Queensland, than it has been in Sydney. Now, I was born and bred in Sydney, and we said we'd never move to Queensland, you know, because it's always so hot up there, and it's so much hotter up here than in Sydney. Like, we were glad to live in Sydney, but now it's actually cooler up here than it is in Sydney. It's ridiculous. 32 where you are, and okay with fans on. Yeah, it's the humidity that gets me. I'd be able to deal with the heat if it was a dry heat, but yeah, humidity gets me. Alright, back to the cardstock packs. This is the Nature's Poem cardstock pack, which goes with the Nature's Poem DSP and the annual catalogue. Now, if you want coloured cardstock that matches the DSP, you don't need to go and buy a ream of every single colour. Stampin' Up select 3 colours from the colours in the DSP. Sorry, I can't get the words out. Okay. And they put it together in a cardstock pack. So this has 3 colours in it. It looks like Tranquil Tide, Blushing Bride, and possibly Soft Suede in the middle. And there's 8 sheets of each colour here. So there's 24 sheets of cardstock in these cardstock packs. And they are the most affordable way if you want a variety of colours to work with, okay? So not like us demonstrators, we have to buy, we don't have to, but we all do, buy the full packs of every single colour. And if you saw my paper wall, I actually condensed it over the holidays. I used to have one drawer per colour. I've condensed it now to 2 or 3 colours per drawer because it was just taking up so much of my wall and I needed to fit other stuff in. So I have condensed it now. So if you don't want a ream of every single colour, then definitely get these cardstock packs. They're really good value and it's just what you need for the occasional creating that you might do. Alright, so back to this one. You lived in Richmond, New South Wales for 3 years. That's not far from where I used to live. Really? Wow, Anne, that's cool. I used to be in Beaumont Hills, which is near Castle Hill, Rouse Hill. You'll know it if you're at Richmond. Yes, so this one I've used Balmy Blue. Because it's black and white, I could have picked any colour, but for this one I chose Balmy Blue. So next step, gosh, I'm chatty today, aren't I? Seriously, I need to get on to some more creating. Right, I'm just going to attach the ribbon at the back, and I just use double-sided tape for this. And yes, I know I should be using our tear and tape, and if you have it, please use it. But I was unpacking some more craft boxes over the break, and I came across about maybe 30 rolls of double-sided tape I have from when I used to work at Scrapbook Shop. And I used to buy it in bulk because I was doing so much scrapping back then. And it ended up in storage, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to start using that because otherwise the adhesive's going to go on it and I'm not going to be able to use it. It's going to go to waste. I hate wasting things, so now I've started to use it. Alright, so we're just putting the corresponding colour of ribbon on each of these pieces. Margaret, you're loving the heat in Melbourne? Oh, gee. It's been like 40 something non-stop down there for weeks. Ridiculous. Oh, no. No, don't stick there. Oh, jeez. I'm all thumbs and fingers now trying to get this done. Seriously. Alright, so no rocket science in this card. Just sweet, simple cards you can put together. And they're easy to put together because you can do it while you're chatting, obviously, because that's what I'm doing. May not be doing it well, and I'm getting in a mess, but I'm doing it. Oh no, keep dropping this tape. Stop it. Oh, I haven't opened this one yet. Oh. Alright, if you struggle getting the plastic off our ribbons, just push it apart a little bit, or push it to one side a little bit with your thumb. Get your scissors under there, easier said than done sometimes. My light is atrocious today. What is going on? I can't see a thing. Yeah, it's a bit better. Oh my gosh, I'm trying not to get the ribbon. Is anyone an easy way of opening these? Because these are starting to drive me crazy. Here we go. I've got a bit up now. I should be able to get my scissors in there. No, it's not happening for me. Normally it's not a problem, but I keep nicking the ribbon. There we go. Got it. Scissors under there. Hopefully I've torn it enough that I can snap it. Okay. Yeah, I know. I've got a lot of double-sided tape, so time to use it, hey. It's all the Express It double-sided tape. So it was like, I don't know, we used to get it for like a couple of dollars a roll or something. So yeah, I've got a lot of tape. And I tend to, I don't know why, but when I scrapbook, I tend to use tape and not glue. And I don't know why that is. It's just always been. Look at these beautiful colours in this ribbon. Oh my gosh, here we go. Here's another one. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, that one's easier. Look at that. Just get it up and snip it. It was easy. Why did I struggle with the last one so much? Maybe I was choosing tall. Who knows? And can you see I have 3 different scissors on the go. So I'm a bit crazy like that. I have 1 set of scissors just for my adhesive. I know. And then another set just for my ribbon. And then my paper general set. And I just twisted that ribbon, didn't I? A ribbon challenge today. Alright, so here we go. And now, next step, I've done all that, we're going to pop on these with dimensionals. Yeah, and don't feel so bad. How much tape do you have? If you don't have 30 rolls like me. See, I shouldn't have bought that much because I now it's going to go to waste if it starts losing its stickiness. Although when I bought it, I was obviously scrapping a lot because I was teaching it. And then when I finished scrapping, I started, not long after, I started Stampin' Up. And since I've been doing Stampin' Up, that's all I use. Like, I rarely do any crafting that's not Stampin' Up related. And when I am doing Stampin' Up stuff, I use all Stampin' Up products. So that's why I've got so much and I haven't used it. I do need to start using it. Alright, there we go. Our sentiments are all on. And now they are all just going to get dimensionaled to the front of the cards. See how quick and easy this is? If I wasn't so ribbon challenged, it would have been a lot quicker. Straight in the middle, try and get them straight. Yes, it can go off. I actually had a roll I found in the back of my drawer that I'd had some years. It was like halfway through. And when I did my last scrapbook page, I thought, oh, I'll use that. But as I was putting things on, the earlier things were starting to lift. Like, oh, I think that tape's gone off. So I threw that one away. And then when I found these others in the box, I went, oh no. I mean, I may get through more of the rolls and find they've gone off too, and they actually don't stick anymore, but we'll see. Alright, next step is I'm actually going to stick these onto some card fronts, so I don't forget to do that, and I don't send people just the card panels. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Thank you, Kathy. It's so easy. The range that Stampin' Up have, like on offer in the Sale-A-Bration brochure, is fantastic. The paper is, oh, to die for. So, so pretty. I understand a lot of people don't like butterflies, but then there's an awful lot of people who do. But Stampin' Up make it easy to make pretty things because, you know, like all I've done is stamp one stamp so far and stuck things together. So it's Stampin' Up make all the pretty things. We just put it all together. If I am off camera, I'm sorry, yell at me, let me know. Alright, you'll notice I'm not taking the backing off the tape because if I do, then I don't have room to maneuver my panel if it's not straight. And I like the liquid glue because it gives you wiggle room, gives you a chance to line things up if you don't put them on quite straight. So I'm just going to leave that covering on the tape. I've got enough glue elsewhere on the back of the panel, so I don't actually need to worry about taking that off. Balmy blue, it's coming, Ralph. Here we go, see, balmy blue. And thank you for everyone who sent me messages last week asking if I was okay. because I hadn't come back with my lives. I'm so sorry. I was in a really bad place. I had hurt my back, my rib or whatever it was causing me so much pain. And then that affected me a little bit mentally, and it was like, I just can't bother doing anything. I'm in pain. And then the painkillers, I had to stop taking the strong ones because they were causing other side effects that were really unpleasant. And I went, I'm just going to have to deal with this pain. And then it was just, oh, it just got all too hard. And I went, that's it. I'm not doing anything anymore. I'm just going to sit and do nothing, which I did for a few days. Then I started thinking, oh, I don't know if I want to do Stampin' Up anymore. I know, how bad is that? That is bad. So I nearly packed it in, would you believe? I did. I sort of went, oh, I've had enough. But then I sat around, and when the pain started to subside, I went, I am bored. I need to be doing something. And I missed the creating, and the sharing. And I went, no, I'm going to keep going, because what else am I going to do with my days? And then I wouldn't have an excuse to buy so much, because if I'm not doing it as a business, hubby would go, well, you don't need to be buying so much crafting supplies, do you? No, that would just be devastating. So, wait, I'm reaching across to try to find my pokey tool. I found it. To get my little glue dot. So I've just created a bow. I'm going to bring this one back here, just to show you all what I'm doing. I am following this card. My little ribbon is just going to go there. Cut the ends. Right. And this ribbon must be good and easy, because I tied that bow quite quickly. So, are you all still there? I know, it's not very exciting, this card, is it? But it's so pretty and simple. And I'm doing a few to show you how easy it is once you get into a rhythm to mass produce your cards so that you always have some on hand. I spoke too soon about tying that bow. What do you call that? That's a good bow, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a bit of a shocker. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Yeah, I was really surprised how an illness like that can affect you mentally. It's just unbelievable. I gotta do that again. I don't know if it was because it was like after the holidays as well, like after Christmas, which was quite emotional, and it's like, oh, I don't know, it's just all too hard. Maybe I just need a bit of a break. Yes, we can all go through that, can't we? As long as we understand our feelings and, we pull ourselves out of it, or we talk to someone if we need to. And life carries on. Alright, how's that bow? Yeah, not too bad. Alright, so another glue dot. Don't forget to share my video if you haven't already, and one lucky person will get these cards in the mail. Alright, 2 more bows to do. Do you want me to skip straight to the butterflies? Are you sick of me yet? Cleaning your kitchen and playing with your grandson while you're watching me, Kat. You want to come do my kitchen, darling? My bathroom. I hate cleaning bathrooms. Anyone else have that? There's always one bit of the house you hate cleaning. For me, it's bathrooms and the showers in particular. Oh, hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them. If I had the money, I'd like to get a cleaner come in. But then I'd probably do what my mum, God love her, used to do. when, I think it must have been after Dad passed away or before Dad passed away, when she was not that well herself. And Veterans Affairs said, what can we do to help you? Because Dad had, you know, lost half his leg, so he was wheelchair bound. And it was like, oh, well, a cleaning service. So I remember Dad used to ring me, it was so funny. And he would say, you know what your mother's done? The cleaner's due today. So she's gone around and she's dusted and she's tidied and dearie me. It was so funny. He goes, well, why do we have the cleaner then if she's going to do half it for the cleaner arrives? I went, well, it's probably because it's things like the bathrooms and stuff and washing the floors that are just too hard for her. So the cleaner can do that stuff, which is still a help. But, you know, I think it was also she needed to feel that she was contributing still to the house, and that she was very house proud, so she couldn't have it untidy when someone came. So, you know, ironic that it was for the cleaner who was there to clean it, but it didn't matter. It still had to be nice and tidy when someone came. Alright, one more to go. Sandy, you've got chronic pain, yes, and it really can affect you. Yeah, I suppose you would be in a constant battle to not let it affect you, wouldn't you, honey? Yes, Rails, you understand. Yeah, it's quite a big thing, isn't it? And people don't realise there is so much of it. I think because, like, in my parents' era, and probably, you know, it reflected in my upbringing, you just didn't talk about that stuff. Like, you just got on with it, and you didn't, you know. So I think back to, like, all the returned servicemen from the wars, what they would have gone through and what they had to deal with, because obviously seeing what they saw cannot not affect them. And to come back and have to deal with it and fit into normal society is just, you know, it would have been hard. But back then it was like, well, tough up, you're a man, suck it up, like, you know, and get on with life. So it's just what they went through. And my dad, he was diagnosed with PTSD after he left the Navy. It took him a long time to get diagnosed with it, like, because I realised he had an issue when he was just so grumpy all the time. Anyway, and it was from his time in the Navy, and I don't know if anyone remembers the Voyager incident when our two Navy ships collided, and he was on one of those, and he was one of the officers, and he had to, they went out on a little dinghy, and they had to actually pick up the sailors that had died, and he remembered picking up, you know, in the dinghy, dragging into the dinghy the captain's body, and it was very traumatic. So for things like that, he ended up with PTSD. But still, you know, he was told he had to go to counselling and everything, and he lasted, I don't know, maybe 2 sessions. Oh, I'm tough, I don't need to talk about this stuff. And it's like, oh dear. So funny, these different generations. Alright, so here we go. This is why I made these cards, to show you these cute butterflies. I'm going to use, I think, the little ones, I need 4 little ones. So to pop them out, just push down or push up from the bottom, and then they come out just easy peasy like that. And there's 2 sides, and one side is smoother and one side obviously is a little bit rougher. There's not much difference in them, and they're slightly different colour, so it's up to you really what oh no, I've lost the sheet, because I know I have smaller ones somewhere. I'll use a couple of these. Yeah, so it's up to you what side you want to use. I need one more. Okay, there we go. Now when they're in the natural state like this, a wooden state, they will just stick with a glue dot. And if you come back tomorrow and Thursday, I've got a couple of things I've done to the butterflies so they're not in their natural state anymore. And it does affect how they adhere when you start changing them a bit. So I'm just going to grab a butterfly and stick him on our little circle. Alright, with these tiny little ones, whoops, the glue dots are a bit big, so you will need to roll your glue dot. Just stick it on the back. Alright, I'm not worried about what butterfly goes on what card or what side I'm using. Cute, cute butterflies. We are nearly done, and thank you all for staying. I mean, they're not very mind-blowing cards today, but thank you for watching. I've missed doing the lives, actually, if the truth be known, and I'm back now. I will try and continue the 3 days a week, but saying that, my daughter starts the homeschooling again next Monday, so there may be the odd week that I'm going to have to miss a few days or so. We'll see how we go. Right, just a rhinestone in the middle of each butterfly and our cards are done. Oh gosh, I can't get my fingers to work today. Oh. So you'll have to tell me which is your favourite card when I have finished. I like the lemon lime twist. I just love this colour. Don't know why, it's just a really, really nice colour. Alright, so there we go. There is our cards for today. Sorry, there are our cards, not there is our cards. Goodness me. Terrible grammar. Here we go. 5 lovely cards, and yes, they didn't really take an hour to make because I was chatting for like half an hour before I actually started making the cards. And I'm sure if you weren't, you know, explaining things and stuff along the way, no one does have a rhinestone, oh no, then it would take less time. There we go. Now we are done. So thank you everyone for watching. They are really easy cards, but ones that people will love to receive because they are so pretty and so sweet. And yeah, you don't need a lot of product to make them. So 2 of the items I've used, actually 3 of the items I've used are free today. So the paper, the ribbon and the wooden embellishments are all Sale-A-Bration items. So really worth getting your orders in during Sale-A-Bration to make the most of the rewards and get some of these free products, okay? The link to my shop will be in the description of the video once I have edited it and after it's posted to Facebook. So which is a favourite? We've got Grapefruit Grove, Highland Heather, Lemon Lime Twist, the lavender one, that's Highland Heather, and alright, do you love them all, Marty? So do I, actually. I love them all. I could have kept going, and I was planning on doing one in every DSP in the pack, but I went, no, people aren't going to watch me create for like 2 hours, are they? So, anyway, right, thank you everyone, and hopefully I will be back tomorrow with another live. I have some more projects to use using a lot of the same products, so I will show you a different way to use them all and some different ideas, just as effective, but just some different ways to use these products. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing, everyone who shared, and I shall see you all back here tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.